Hello guys, it's Nim and welcome back to my channel. So today we are working on a Sims build and today we are building a home that is under the sea. And the reason we are building this today is because I recently watched The Little Mermaid and obviously the Little Mermaid lives under the sea, under the water. So I felt inspired to make a build that is also under the sea, and technically you can't build under the sea in Sulani, so we are building on a regular lot and then we are making basements. And then we are removing first on the ceiling so I can see where all the rooms are, and then we are placing a pool around it, and there is our ocean. And then obviously we are placing the ceilings back because you know, otherwise it looks really weird, so there is that. And at the moment, what I didn't want to show in this video because it was tedious and long, we are using the island living windows. Like usually people place those windows on the floor over a deck so you can look down in the ocean, but we are using them as windows for our roof so you can actually have some light in your home. Otherwise you know, it's really dark inside, and we live in Sulani and that is very beautiful and open, so it needs to be light inside of our home as well. So we're using these windows, and we were also going to use some normal regular windows and be placing them on the walls to make sure that we can look outside, because obviously it needs to be the sea. So we are also making this beautiful reef, basically like the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, but then, you know, less fancy because it's quite difficult to recreate that in The Sims. But we are also making that outside, so when you are in your bedroom or your living room or wherever you are in this home, you always have this beautiful fancy view of the ocean. And who knows, maybe one day we will actually be able to build on lots where the ocean already is on. Is that a good sentence? I'm not even sure. Anyway, so you have some lots in Sulani where there already is beach on this lot, and that means you can't build basements and you can't do other stuff. So that really sucks, because how awesome would it be if you would actually build a basement home in one of those lots? Like, that would be amazing, but unfortunately we can't do that. I mean, maybe one day we can, and maybe with some cheats you can, but I haven't figured it out yet, let me say it like that. So for this build we are using all the packs, like all the packs. We are also using the Star Wars pack, and I know that a lot of people don't have it or don't want to buy it. And don't worry, you can still download this build if you don't have the Star Wars pack. The only things you will be missing is one decoration piece in the kitchen, a chair, and a stuffed animal, and that's it. And that's all that I've used from the Star Wars pack, because, you know, it's okay, but I don't really like it that much for normal builds. So before we start anything on the inside or we start working on the reef, we are obviously making this roof look amazing. And we are using some solar panels because we want our home to be green. I mean, you're already living under the sea, so obviously you're gonna have some solar panels, and we are going to make it look really fancy with all these palm trees. We are using mostly island living for this, also some other things. And what you will see, I built this home in like 2 or 3 days because I lost my inspiration when it came to the inside, so I stopped. And what I did, I installed the Better Build By mod, and that is from Twisted Maxi. I will have it linked down below so you guys can check it out as well. Kayla also did a review on that, and that's how I found out about it. And basically what it does, it names all the debug and live edit objects, which is amazing. So you can see me using it from here. So if you want to know like how the mod works and everything, Twisted Maxi has a video itself on how the mod works, and you also have like a description where you can read it. But basically what it does, it makes sure that you have all the live edit objects and the debug objects in your normal catalog, and that they are named so you can search them and you can clone them and you can reuse them. And I love this mod. Like, I'm not really much of a mod user because I'm kind of afraid that it will break my game, and I didn't really see the use of it. But you know, having debug all with names so that you can actually search in the catalog for things, that is amazing, and I absolutely love it. It is kind of a shame that a modder has to make this, and that the Sims team just didn't do it themselves. But you know what? That's life. I'm just happy that it's finally here, because I have been complaining about the debug not being organized for so long. Like, if you watch any of my old videos, I think if you watch videos from like 4 months back, I'm complaining about it. And just last week I was still complaining about it. So, and finally from now I don't have to complain about it anymore, because it is finally fixed. And even though it's not official from The Sims 4 and from EA, that's fine. It's completely fine. I don't care about that. At least it's there. And I'm just really happy with it. And I can't actually believe how good it is. I mean, you can see it as I'm scrolling through the catalog. It is just there, and I am so happy with it. Also means that you can find that I can finally expand my build and buy catalog by just pressing 1. And you will see me doing that in the rest of the video like a number of times. The only thing that I don't like about it, and that's personal, has nothing to do with the mod itself, it's just personal, that it's like it covers almost half the bottom part of the screen, and I don't really like that, because, you know, it is quite difficult for me then to place items because there's less space. But by looking for items, that is so useful, because it goes so much faster, and I absolutely love it. And you will see me here messing around with some of the plans, and then I realized, you know what, let's not. So we are using the mod at the moment, as you can see there. So I pressed 1 and then the catalog expands, which is absolutely amazing. And you have all the debug items and all the live edit objects, and you can just make amazing reefs with it, and I absolutely love it. Just love it. And I was wondering, like, man, I knew they're somewhere in debug, these items are there, but I never knew where, and I really wasn't gonna look for it, because, you know, I didn't have the energy for that, and I didn't feel like doing that. So, but finally I don't have to look for it, it's just there now, and it's all named. I can just search for rock, and then all the rocks will be there, and I am so happy with that. Like, I can't even express how happy I am with it. It's just absolutely unbelievable. So usually I would cut most of this out, but, you know, since it's a new mod and I'm really excited about it, you know, it's here in the speed build. And if you think it's too long or tedious, you know, let me know in the comments down below. And I will try to work on it. Or if you're like, no, we like seeing all this landscaping, make sure you let me know that as well. You know, every comment that you guys place, it helps the channel grow, it helps us go up in the algorithm of YouTube. So, you know, even if it's the first time you're watching any of my videos, make sure you just subscribe. You don't even have to press the bell icon if you don't want to, but just getting me subs helps grow my channel. And I know that I've been kind of, I don't want to say nagging or begging, but kind of been tedious about it and saying it a lot in the past few weeks. But it really does help grow the channel, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. More subs you have and likes, just it blows up your video, and it comes up like more and more, so that other people can also watch the video. So, you know, I would really like that, because, you know, like, I like making YouTube videos. I never thought that I like it this much, but I really like making YouTube videos. When I started this YouTube channel, it was more just for myself to learn how to edit videos. And whoa, car, that was loud. Did you guys hear that? Anyways, when I started, it was more just for myself and learning how to like edit videos and do voiceovers and stuff like that. And I wanted to look back at the builds and see, what could I have done better? How could I have done this smarter? Like, stuff like that. And then people actually subbed to my channel, and I was like, ooh, this is kind of fun. I kind of like the interaction that I have with some people. So, you know, I really like interacting with you guys, and I really appreciate like comments and subs and ideas that you guys have. So if you have like an idea for a build, or something that you'd like to see, or something that you dislike about the build, like, let me know. I'm always curious to find out what people think and why they think that. So this isn't a place of judgment, it's a place of, well, it sounds so cliche, but it's a place of wholesomeness. You know, you guys know what I mean. Like, I'm not here to judge you guys. I'm just here to make amazing builds, and I hope that you guys like it. So I want to make sure that I make something that you guys actually like. Also, those floor tiles, those flat rock thingies that we use for the pathway, I have been looking for those like so often in the debug catalog, and I can never ever find them. So I'm really happy that they're finally named and that I can just search for them. Like, I can't even express how happy I am with that. And at the moment we are trying to figure out the layout of the inside, and it was really difficult because I had this kitchen place and I didn't want the kitchen to be in front of the windows, and this was actually the only place where the kitchen could fit. And it was really annoying to work out the layout because I didn't want to have a small kitchen because it's quite a large area that we have downstairs. Because, you know, knowing me, I obviously made this house way too big. But that's completely fine. So we are using the island living counters and then the parenthood cabinets. And the wood is almost the same. I mean, the way I see it, it's almost the same, even if it's not really the same. So, you know, it really matched well. And we are using obviously some move objects to place these items. And if you don't know how to do that, I have videos on it. So it's in the playlist How to Sims, and I think it's in the How to Build a House. I'm not really sure. I just watch those videos, they're fun anyway. So there it is, there's the decoration from the Star Wars pack. So if you don't have the Star Wars pack, you will be missing that wall decoration. And that's it. So, you know, you can just download the game. Because I think, I don't think it replaces it with another decoration. I think it just deletes it, so you have like a bit of an empty space on this wall, but you could put a painting there or some other herbs, just whatever you like. Now, an important thing to remember with this mod is that when you want to see the live edit objects in the debug objects, that you need to click it in the filter section. There are actually live edit and debug options. And when you want to upload your home to the gallery, you need to make sure that you close the mod. So it's like organized debug, you can see it there at the filter section, and you need to click that away, and then you need to restart the game. And then it will be off, the mod will be gone. And then you can upload it to the gallery, because if you upload it to the gallery while the mod is still on, the game thinks you have used like all this CC, and it will say that the home is modded. Well, in reality, we all know that it's not modded because I don't use CC. I really don't use it. I mean, I have one build on my channel that has CC, but that's like an old church and I downloaded some church CC for that, but that's it. I don't really like CC. I do use CC on my Create a Sim, but you know, that's mostly clothing and eyelashes and stuff like that. So all these builds that I have on my channel at the moment, they're all for my save file, and I'm nowhere near finishing it. Like, actually, I would have hoped that I would have been able to finish my save file in the summer holiday, and now it's halfway in September and the summer holiday has ended like a month ago, and it's still not done. I think I have completed Strangerville. I have done half of Willow Creek. I haven't even touched Newcrest. I have built nothing in any of the holiday homes. I mean, luckily the Star Wars pack doesn't have a home and like has lots where you can build on, so I don't need to do that. But that's it. Like, I don't even think I've touched most of the other worlds. At the moment we're in Sulani, and Sulani has like 2 lots, this one, a home and a beach, and that is about it. Like, that's all that there is in my world. So it will be some time before my save file will be released, but you know what? It's fine, because once it will be released, it will be amazing. Like, maybe you guys are like interested in playing in it when it's not completely finished. We can do that as well. I can just upload it and then you can download it and play in it, but you know, it's not finished at all. So I'd rather just wait until I have at least 2 worlds finished. So Strangerville's already done, so 2 more other worlds, and then it will be all done, and then we can release the first bit of the save file and I can continue working on the others. Like, the thing that I worry about most is then when I've almost finished the save file, the Sims team will come with this expansion and it will have like 5 more worlds, and I'm like, no, now I have to decorate all of that again. That's awful. But you know, that's life and you can't really do anything about it. So right now we are trying to fill up the space in this living room because it is such a big space. So we are placing this little bar globe, and then we are placing this other bar here. We are using the university one just because I felt like it was really fancy and it was large, so it took up most of the space, and I kind of like that. And we are kind of making this like our man cave inside our living room. So we are going to have like the TV behind the bar, so you can watch TV there, and there's also TV on the other side in the living room. I'm not gonna make it overly fancy. Like, I was wondering, ooh, should I make it very fancy? But you know what? It is still inside your home, so it doesn't need to be like a complete bar or anything like that. We are going to use some of the underwater pictures, and I think those are debug items as well. Just to make it look like people that live here actually photographed, or that's not a word, that they actually took pictures of like the fish that swim around their home. You know, kind of that idea, and I really liked it. Now we're making a nice seating area next to the weird globe bar thing, which actually is really fancy. You know, I would really have to like later in my home have like a bar that is a globe. That would be so extremely fancy and nice. And obviously we are filling up this place with some paintings and wall decorations, because otherwise it looked very empty, and we don't need that. So once we have filled the living room, kitchen, and that weird little bar area. Ooh, I'm slipping over my own tongue. Oh, why do people always drive around with broken cars when I'm recording videos? That's like the 5th time that I'm trying to record this, and there are still people driving by with broken cars. I'm not even gonna cut it out anymore. And now they're driving back? What the heck? So we are now finishing up the bathroom, and I want it to be like fancy. So we're having 2 sinks, we're having this entire wall of mirrors, which is actually like, I would find that personally really creepy, because I don't really like mirrors. And that's really personal, but I believe that mirrors are gateways to other worlds and the worlds that is around us and we cannot see, so it always creeps me out. I don't really like mirrors. I can't handle. I can't stare in a mirror for too long. Just, it creeps me out. So that home would not be for me. But again, look at the view. When you're on the toilet, you can just look at all the the reef, the corals around your home. How amazing would it be? So here we are making the master suite, and we are using a very fancy bed. It's one of my favorite beds. I think it's from. Is it from Cats and Dogs? Not quite sure, I think it's Cats and Dogs. And then we are using the eco lifestyle side tables and nightstands. And we aren't really trying to make it all that cluttered in this home, because, you know, I felt like the people that lived here were actually really neat and really organized. So we don't have a lot of clutter. We have a lot of fancy plants and well organized dressers, shelves, and desks, and that is it. And let me just tell you, I made a mistake by making this home so big, because we have like 4 bedrooms, I believe, and those bedrooms, they're all very big except for one, and that is actually a little bit too tiny, so the bed clips a little bit through the wall, but your Sims can still use it, so that's completely fine. But you will see that in a minute or two when we actually get to that bed. So right now we are decorating the master bedroom with some plants, some paintings. I didn't really know if I wanted to have pets in this home as well. Like, we put some paintings on, you can just like pretend that's the pets that they used to have, because I didn't actually put anything in here for pets. But then again, I didn't feel like it was very realistic to have, you know, pets in an underwater home. I feel like if you have a cat, it would freak them out, and the same with dogs. So, no pets. And this will be a shared bedroom for a twin. At least in my mind, they were twins, for a twin girl. And one twin will have one side of the room and the other will have the other side of the room. Now, they're not opposite twins. Their style is pretty similar, but they do like need their own room. It really sucks that you have to walk through one part of the room to get to your part of the room, but you know what, that's life. So we're using some of the same furniture, so the same dresser, the same mirror. And I believe that it's what's the same for the rest, because they all have like different desks and different skill building items. Because, you know, maybe they're twins, but they're not all similar. Twins are very individual persons, and I mean, in my mind they are. I have taught some twins and they were always very, very different, like interest-wise and how they communicate, how to make friends. And it was really, really funny to see, because people are always, oh yeah, twins, they're always the same. Well, not always. And I believe people make some mistakes with that, but you know what, that's life. And recently I've gotten into this vibe of decorating the bookcases with more books and like stacking items to make it look little piles of books, and then having some sort of plants on top of there. Because I feel like that's what I do with my bookshelves as well. I have like books, and then I buy more books and they don't fit anymore, so I stack them on top of each other, and then I have some plants that are on there, or some Funko Pops. I have a lot of Funko Pops and they're all on my books. Because otherwise there isn't the room for, if I have like my Game of Thrones series, all the Game of Thrones Funkos are like in front of them. Well, not all of them, because that obviously wouldn't fit, but most of them are in front of them. Same with the Harry Potter and my Marvel comics. I have all the Marvel things. I also have this entire shelf for my Overwatch Pops, which is amazing. Unfortunately, I don't play a lot of Overwatch anymore because it's very toxic and it's very repetitive and the same, so who knows, maybe in a few months. But for now we are working on The Sims and I really, really like it. They should make Sims Funko Pops. Like, I would buy a Funko from Bob Pancakes. That would be amazing. Just a little plum bob above his head. That would be so cool. So this is the tiniest bedroom that there is in the entire home. And I wanted it to give like to a kid or a teen. There could be a teen in here as well, but in my mind that was like a kid. So first we are placing the desk and the bookshelf because I thought it was really important. And then on the other side of the room we are actually gonna place the bed, and we are gonna use this island living bed with the frame that's kind of woven, and I really, really like this bed. Also with the bed spray, with a nice pink with flowers. It looks so amazing. And then we needed to have this book, not bookshelf, like closet that would fit in there, and it just about fits, but like only just about. And we are placing a little statue of a cat because for some reason I felt that this child really loved cats. And we're also gonna place a lot of stuffed animals and a Blarfy because, you know, Blarfy is kind of important. So we are sizing down some of these animals that you can actually talk to, and we are using this little weird Star Wars thing, but I'm actually not sure what it is. Maybe one day I'll know. Maybe I have to rewatch Star Wars and then I know what it is, but you know. And I actually think it's really natural for kids to have like stuffed animals on top of their bed. So to make it look more natural and lived in, I thought, you know what, let's do that as well. Let's just make it look like it belongs. So this is the last room that we are decorating for this home. Again, we're using island living home beds because we are in the world of Solani. And this room isn't really that fancy, it's just, you know, regular. It could be like grandma's room or granddad's room. It is very basic, it just have all the necessities and that's about it. So it has a bed, nightstands, closet, 2 mirrors, a desk, a bookshelf, and a wood workbench. Because, you know, everyone has a wood workbench in their room, right? I needed something to fill up the space, and I thought, you know what, this could be really fun. Like, granddad could be like this crafter person. So there's that. And I think that is all to this build. We are heading into the screenshots very soon. So guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And if you want to, you can hit that bell icon. But if you just want to subscribe and don't hit the bell icon, that is fine as well, because every sub helps grow the channel. So guys, make sure you do that, and I will hope to see you guys on the next episode. Bye guys!